pressure's on veterinarian Amanda Sol to collar a 4-ton elephant before it wakes.
Let's go, run. I'm talking running.
I'm not really happy with that.
A fight breaks out when Alma introduces a baboon to her new troop.
What's happening there? Is a kill involved?
And Sophie's surgical skills are put to the test as a monkey's future hangs in the balance.
You're gonna need to stop. It's too painful right now.
It's all in a day's work for Malawi's only wildlife rescue team. The Lilongwe Wildlife Centre welcomes any wild animal in need of help. Head of Animal Care, Alma van Dorenmalen, is picking up the latest newcomer.
You have a genet.
Yeah.
A solitary nocturnal mammal few people ever see.
She's a little bit stressed now, I guess.
Yeah.
Dave Robertson found this baby genet in an office building, abandoned and alone.
No, it was in the admin building, just kind of like curled up behind the door there.
Yeah.
The mother could have been killed by feral dogs or people or kind of anything around there. How old would you guess she is?
Definitely younger than 2 months, I would say.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Great,
Appreciate
thank you.
all the
Let
help.
us know how it goes.
Yes, I will.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
Genets are among Africa's most secretive species. They look like cats, but are actually more closely related to mongooses. Adults spend most of their time in the trees hunting rodents, birds, and insects.
We have raised a couple of genets. We have 3 at the moment, and I've raised 2 in the past. They are feisty, and we want to keep them feisty because we want to release them back in the wild, but they're super cute and beautiful animals.
Baby genets rely on their mother's milk, so this orphan will have to be hand-reared.
He's She snapped at me, so I'm just going to put some gloves on.
But before she can be fed, she needs a health check.
Okay, I'm just going to first with towel.
Visiting British vet Dr. Sophie Widdowson is lending a hand.
You thought a girl?
Yeah. They said a girl, I didn't.
I mean, it looks like it.
Okay.
But it's very tiny. It is a little bit dehydrated. I know it's quite active, but maybe while we've got it, we should just give him some fluids. Is that okay?
No. Sorry, can you go?
Hang it that way?
Yeah.
Too many hands and too small body.
I know, and she's so wiggly.
Wild animals can carry deadly diseases like rabies and tuberculosis.
Obviously, we don't know what this animal is carrying. She has already some teeth there, so I'm protecting myself and Sophie from this little friend. But it's super wiggly, so it's all about holding it in a gentle kind of way, but also making sure that we're not going to get bitten. I can feel her shivering, so I want to get this done quickly and then put her in a box and let her just rest.
A genet this size needs to eat every few hours, but at the moment, she's too stressed to feed.
She just wants to hide and cover herself in a nice little blanket. She just needs some time to get used to this new environment, and then I'll try to syringe feed her. Oh, she loves that towel. That's gonna be her new towel.
Genets are few and far between at the Wildlife Centre, but vervet monkeys are everywhere. There are more than 150 here, which isn't surprising as they're one of the most common primates in Malawi. veterinary team, led by Dr. Amanda Solb, has arrived to check on a 2-year-old male named Cape, who's been spotted limping.
Oh, holy smokes.
Cape's struggling to put any weight on his back right leg. Amanda suspects it's broken.
So you can see when he's running that he's got a flop to his leg. Monkeys are incredible animals because they can have a broken leg and you can still see that he'll run around and he looks almost normal, but you can tell that it's flapping. It does hurt, but they are incredibly stoic animals. All right, whenever you are ready.
Amanda needs to get Cape to the clinic to examine him properly.
Yep, go ahead.
Animal care worker Chico Makalilo has the job of catching him.
A monkey like this is very difficult to catch because, as you see, he'll run around and he'll be very fast. But you also don't want to hurt him more, and you know that if you hit that leg, it will also be painful. Chico is a really great catcher, so it'll be all right. Nice, nice. Good. Is this good working on?
A quick dose of anaesthetic will send Cape to sleep, making this far less stressful for him.
That was a good catch, Chico. Yeah, just fits. Okay, let's go.
Cape was orphaned after his mother was shot by a farmer for raiding crops. When he arrived here, he was introduced to one of the centre's existing vervet monkey troops. The hope is the entire group will return to the wild at some point.
Everybody at the Wildlife Trust works together to get a common goal accomplished, and I think that's great, is that everyone is super focused on let's rescue animals, rehabilitate them, release them. His heart sounds good. From my perspective and the perspective of the Lilongwe Wildlife Trust, we think each animal is important and each individual animal's welfare is something that we want to promote.
Cape's prospects of being released depend on what Amanda and Sophie discover.
So you can feel that he's got a fracture here. Do you want to feel that? And I'll go draw out the tramadol.
Oh, yeah. Goodness me.
It looks serious.
We can feel sort of quite a large swelling here, the middle part of his thigh bone, which is his femur, and that would suggest that's where the break is, and you can see how much movement there is there. So we're suspecting in that long bone there, there's a fracture, either it goes like that or like that, along that big bone.
A strong femur is vital to a vervet's success in the wild. It's essential for running, jumping, and climbing. Unfortunately, the veterinary team doesn't have the facilities at the centre to treat such a severe injury.
We don't have x-rays here, and we also don't have surgery equipment to fix that kind of fracture. So we are going to take him to the LSPCA, the Lilongwe Society for Protection of Animals. They have an x-ray machine and a surgery suite. So if we need to do surgery, we can do it there.
The LSPCA normally deals with domestic animals like cats and dogs, but it's Amanda's only hope if she's to save Cape's leg. On the other side of the centre, something's upsetting the baboons. Volunteer Sean Baker has called Alma over.
Got a dog here. Aha.
This stray dog is an unexpected visitor.
Basically, we heard some dog barking and the baboons kind of got a bit excited. And we realised he'd got through the fence down here. He's that skinny, he can kind of fit through. He got a bit spooked, I think. So he made his way back out.
I mean, he looks very friendly and he's cute. He's very thin, though. But he is a bit of a risk because they can transmit diseases to our wildlife. We have many dogs in the long way, lots of stray dogs, and not always in a good condition. As you can see, this one has a lot of lesions on his ears, very thin. Friendly, though, so it might have been kept, but maybe not fed well enough. So what I will do, I will call the LSPCA and see if we can catch this dog and get him out of here.
The Wildlife Centre doesn't deal with domestic animals, but the LSPCA should be able to rehome him. To avoid putting themselves at risk, the team will try to coax him into a transport crate, usually reserved for young antelope.
This animal might have rabies, so anyone that's going to be helping, please put gloves on, just as a precaution measure. And I'll put food and water in the box, see if we can get him in, grab him like that. Okay. Yeah? So, are you happy to step out and take him a bit on the side? If you're okay. Yeah. Good. And then we can bring the box in. Great. Put it down. I don't want to do anything to upset him. If you pull it, that works. Great. I'm going to make a trail. A bit nervous. Okay, I'm going to make my box really dirty. Great.
Nice and easy.
Fantastic. This was really nice and easy. You see, you don't have to use a lot of force if the animal is calm and quiet. So he's locked up. We will take him to the LSPCA now.
Amanda and Sophie are already on their way to the LSPCA with injured vervet monkey, Cape.
Right at the next lights. Right at the roundabout, sorry. Roundabout, yeah.
They need to get him there as quickly as possible. Keeping animals under anaesthetic for a long time is risky.
Oh my goodness. This is horrible.
But the traffic is a nightmare.
Trying to move animals in the long way is such a pain because the traffic can be really bad at any time of the day. And the LSPCA, where we're going, is pretty far outside of town. Okay.
The more drugs in Cape's system, the greater the chance of a fatal reaction. And Amanda's already given him 2 doses of anaesthetic.
One of the challenges when you're monitoring anesthesia in the back of the truck is being able to see when they're breathing, especially when it isn't really deep and they're small animals. The movement of the truck can sometimes obscure the breath, and when they're really small animals, it's also hard to tell by feeling their breath. He's got a good pulse, but I don't like his respirations.
His breathing is weak. The only way Amanda could improve it would be to reverse the sedation.
I'm gonna go ahead and draw up reversal just in case we need it.
But if she wakes Cape up, she won't be able to put him under again today, and treatment will have to be delayed.
So it'll be that turn up there?
Finally, they arrive.
It's non-official turning.
Yeah. You can park next to that Toyota side. Sophie, I'm just gonna go in, but can you grab that other basket?
Their first job is to x-ray Cape's injured leg.
Sophie, you know what? I'm gonna leave you in here for just 1 second.
Yeah.
And then we'll go look at it. All right, cool.
Veterinary student Love Kauna and head vet Tino Rezemba have been drafted in to help.
Yes, I think you can go back. Ah! Yeah! That looks terrible. So, what this x-ray is telling us about this fracture is that it's a complete fracture and that it is displaced. So the bone ends aren't anywhere near each other. And so there isn't really good hope for it to heal unless we do something. And so by something means a surgical fixation.
In the wild, a break this bad could be disastrous for a vervet monkey. But Amanda is determined to give Cape another chance.
He needs to be able to survive in the wild, so we need to be able to fix his leg. And if we can't fix his leg, his chances are going to be very poor. Okay, you're at 38.1. Are you going to move him over now?
Yep.
Okay.
Putting a cast on a thigh bone is impractical, so instead they'll use a system of pins to support it while it heals.
Okay.
So what we're doing here is just going to hang his leg because the weight of the leg helps to separate the bones a little bit.
It's a complicated procedure. Cape's future is in their hands.
I'm going to keep an eye on his anesthesia and stuff. Did you see him move his head? You know what? I think we're going to need to... No, you're going to need to stop. It's too painful right now, and we're stimulating him. Sorry, I'm watching him. Gave him the tramadol, gave him the meloxicam. We might turn him up just a little bit more.
Cape's already had a lot of anaesthetic. Amanda's wary about giving him much more, so they need to work quickly.
Okay, we'll start covering Amanda, is that right?
Faster you cover, the better.
So we're just covering all the sort of non-sterile parts of his body so that we don't accidentally touch it. So don't touch anything green. You need to take this white bandage off the foot. Marvellous, thank you. Yeah, ready?
Just be prepared if he starts to have any reaction.
Sophie's got to cut deep into Cape's muscle. She needs to insert a metal pin into the two ends of the broken bone to realign it.
That's just one.
Only.
I think it's down there, isn't it? It can't be that because that's really cranial there. I think it's just because it's the hematomas underneath, isn't it? Can I maybe... Have you got some anaesthetic? Yeah. Oh, you're very well prepared. Oh, look. Oh, end of the bone. So this is where the fracture is, so it's just, that's where we can see on the x-ray, it's just gone straight across the bone. So what we're going to do is put our pin in up the middle and then come out the top. I feel like it's moving smoothly.
Once the main pin reconnecting the two halves of the femur is in place, Sophie will insert perpendicular pins to hold the bones in alignment.
So we want two above, two below, like that, don't we? So
The principles of fracture fixation are all the same, whether it's a human or an animal. You don't want to have certain forces at play. You need to counteract them so that the bone can be stable enough to heal. And you don't want rotational forces, for example. You don't want bending forces. So the pin is keeping the bone from bending like this, but then we still need to have an external fixator on there so that it doesn't rotate like this, because it could still do that just with an IM pin.
With the stabilising bar glued on, the operation is just about complete.
Okay.
if I take this end off here, take these off, and then we just try and vet wrap it as well to make it sort of as rounded as possible.
How much longer do you think?
We can start waking him up now.
Okay, I'm going to turn him off of gas.
I'm just going to vet wrap it and clean it, and that's it.
He's off gas.
And close your eyes. Okay.
Sorry, I'm just doing this so I can send this to Alma. So she can freak out before we get there.
She's not going to be happy.
Do you know what? She'll be fine.
They've done all they can to help mend Cape's broken leg.
Okay, so what we're gonna do now is he's waking up. So Sophie and I are gonna very gently move him into the crate. Love, can you bring the crate towards us?
He'll be kept on pain medication for the next few days, but it'll be weeks before they know whether their work has paid off.
Things are hard on a small monkey. All right.
The rescue centre's home to around 200 animals. By far the most demanding are the babies, who need constant care and attention.
So
So this is the orphan care unit. So you hear a washing machine in the background, people coming in and out, preparing feeds for different animals that we need to take care of. So this is what happens all the time, the whole day long, from 6 o'clock in the morning till sometimes 10, 12 o'clock at night.
Right now, Alma's focusing on the most recent arrival.
So I'm making the milk composition for our new genet, which is a mixture of full cream powdered milk, water, egg, supplements like vegetable oil, taurine, calcium, and vitamin. I try to make a milk composition that is obviously as natural as possible. It's hard because not a lot of research has been done on genets and what the mother milk actually contains. So you need to look at their growth rate and their health and their body condition, basically. And you can find some information online as well. And this is what we've done in the past, and it works really, really well. Okay. I'm happy. Okay.
The timid genet is still hiding under her blankets, but she won't survive if she doesn't eat soon. Alma's got to get her to feed.
She's watching me. Yeah, that's what I thought was gonna happen. So she's not happy. But she might take the smell or she might taste it. Ooh. She's intrigued. Okay. This is perfect. Yeah. She wants the milk. Great.
The little orphan is learning fast. With an appetite like this, she'll soon be ready to join the centre's other genets and eventually go back to the wild.
We already have 3 other black-tipped genets, so they're large spotted genets, and this one is the same. The minute that this one becomes a little bit bigger and healthier, then you can go with the others. That was good. She drank very well.
The work of the Lilongwe Wildlife Centre extends far beyond the boundaries of the capital city. Today, release manager Mandy Harwood has come to Voisa Marsh in the northwest of the country, where she's spearheading a study of Malawi's elephants.
There's about 300 plus individual elephants here that have never been studied. They've only been counted a few times over the years. This is the largest population of elephants in northern Malawi. Elephants here break out of this area all the time, and they'll kind of go into neighboring farms to do some crop raiding. So an important aspect of research and conservation within the protected areas, protecting the communities surrounding the protected area. So yeah, it's really cool to kind of start something from scratch here in Voisa.
In remote rural areas, more than 80% of Malawians rely on subsistence farming. A single elephant can destroy an entire year's harvest in a matter of hours. For farmers, it can be devastating. Mandy's mission is to reduce this human-wildlife conflict. She wants to put tracking collars on some of the elephants to monitor their movements. To do this, she's called in experienced wildlife pilot Brad Reed and Amanda, who's the only resident vet in Malawi, authorised to dart elephants in the wild.
Are we going to go east to west? You know what? Just do whatever you think is the most efficient or effective.
As well as a helicopter, there's a ground team on standby to help once an elephant's darted.
Because I think the further north we get, the ground team access will be limited. To be honest, we're going to have to helicopter them in. I think, yeah, it's going to be nothing.
Their biggest problem is the thick undergrowth beneath them.
Yeah, you see, so this is that dense vegetation. Yeah, this is ridiculous. Yes, wow. It's making this difficult because the grass is really high, there's a lot of green, lush vegetation around, and it makes it hard to see elephants. It makes it hard to move them into open areas that you can dart them, and also helicopter access. Because once we've darted them, then someone needs to get to them. That's either us or the ground team. Okay, here we go.
Amanda spots a herd.
Boy, there's some big elephants in there.
They're on the lookout for a fully grown male. Local farmers claim it's these bulls that do most of the damage.
There's a lot of stuff there. Yeah, your nice big bull there. Wow. Very nice bull. You see that big guy there? Yeah.
But Amanda's not convinced he's a good target.
Listen, I think it's too far from an open area. We just found a breeding group of elephants. However, it is such an intense area that we don't have any place to work very effectively, so we have to give them a pass. So we are off looking for other elephants.
The 35 yellow baboons at Lilongwe Wildlife Centre are split into two groups that will both eventually be released into the wild. They're highly social animals and need the company of others to thrive. But one is currently separated from the rest, a 5-year-old female named Akela.
So Kayla has been with us for a couple of years now. She's a very humanized animal. Wow, she's presenting for being groomed. She's not scared of people. She presents to us. She wants to interact with us because she was brought up by people.
Since Akela was rescued from the pet trade, Alma's been trying to put her in with a troop. But having spent 3 years living with people, she doesn't know how to act around her own kind. So the other baboons bully her.
Akela is a very soft, gentle character. She was in another troop that we had, but she wasn't doing very well. She was easily intimidated, and that is probably partially because she didn't grow up in a social environment.
Akela needs to be part of a troop if she's ever going to be released into the wild. So today, Alma's giving it another go.
Akela's going to go into Billy's group. That is a group of 9 individuals. We introduced her to all of the individuals to make sure she creates bonds with them. And we've been working on it for almost half a year, and now it's time for her to actually go in the group and be physically together with them. It might work, but maybe not. We never know.
Once Alma opens the barrier between the enclosures, Akela will be able to leave her small pen and join the others. But she's intimidated. Billy and his gang are loitering nearby.
Billy and Mercy actually near the slide.
Simba's heading down to me. I'm going to start feeding now.
Rehabilitation assistant Rob Leach is on the other side of the enclosure, trying to entice the most threatening baboons away from the gate.
I have Simba, who's now walking into the middle, and that's the only one I see.
Yeah, no worries. I've still got eyes on Lolita. So we're just keeping track of who's on which side when we actually release. So here we've actually got the alpha male Billy, So this girl over here is Lolita, and she can be a little bit aggressive to other females that are coming into the group, such as Akila.
Rob has all the animals in place, so we're now gonna open the slide and let her go. I'm gonna open it now.
All right, I've got Lolita without Justin.
So I've opened the slide. She's not eager to run out.
Perfect. My main concern is, of course, Lolita.
Akela starts edging towards the exit. But Billy, the dominant male, has come back to investigate.
Okay, Billy on my side. Yeah, Kayla is a bit tense. She's definitely nervous about having others around when coming out of the slide.
Alma and Rob can't do anything else to help. It's up to Akela to make her first move.
She's not gonna come out easily, so we'll see.
In Voise Marsh, the team is still searching for a suitable bull elephant to put a tracking collar on.
There's another one in the tree.
Yeah.
But they need access on the ground, and the thick vegetation is making that almost impossible.
What do you think about one of these guys, though?
My suggestion is we pick this big guy.
Okay.
He's probably a big culprit for human-wildlife conflict.
Is he coming? Is he going the right direction?
Yeah, so... Yeah, we're going to keep him going. We'll try and keep him going in that right direction, but it will be a long push.
Can we get the brown team in?
Probably
Not
not.
in the car. Can we fly them in? Are they anywhere near?
We could look at flying them in.
Okay, we'll do that.
Having located a suitable male, Brad is now using the helicopter to drive the elephant to a clearing so that Amanda can dart him.
Game capture flying is really technical flying. He's trying to hide.
Let me know when you get a visual. I've lost him.
I have to. But what's really nice about Brad is that he flies with competence but without ego. Part of why Brad and I work so well together is that we've been working together for several years now. And I know what he's going to do, he knows what I need, and so it's a really, really great partnership.
Okay, I can see his bum.
Where?
Just below you now.
Okay, yeah. He's now running a lot
picking
more.
up the pace, yeah. Exactly. So I'm just going to start turning him now and try and get him in the direction of that open area. Often bulls like this don't like open areas.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're used to being persecuted in open areas, so
Oh.
under pressure, they don't expose themselves. Oh, nice to get a collar on this guy. Alright, so he's going to come out of this clearing and we're going to try and line up for the dart.
Okay. Yep.
Alright, he's through.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah. Alright, I'm going to line you up.
Yep.
Darting a moving target is never simple,
Slowing down.
Yep.
but Amanda makes light work of it.
Alright, when you're ready.
Alright.
Okay, great, dart then. And I'm just going to turn him quickly. Okay, just keep it visual. So I'm going to try and push him hard here, Amanda. I don't want him to get any momentum.
The drugs are starting to take effect, with the elephant becoming confused and unstable.
Now he's really stressed.
Brad must try to stop him from heading back into the forest, where he could collapse onto trees and injure himself.
Jesus, don't do that, elephant.
But it's not working.
It's not really paying attention to anything we're doing.
Every step the elephant takes away from the clearing, the more danger he's in.
Why is he doing this? He's gonna fall over right there.
This is exactly what they wanted to avoid.
Okay, there he goes. Alright, he looks...
They need to get to him. Now. Lilongwe, Alma and Rob are still trying to get shy baboon Akela to join Billy's troop.
Akela is contemplating what she's going to do. She's not making any hasty decisions. She's investigating the situation. She's just wandering around.
The slide into the neighbouring enclosure is open, but Akela's too scared to go through. The longer she stays put, the more likely it is the other baboons will come into her pen. And in such a tight space, that could be disastrous.
If other baboons go in the pen, if they start fighting, there's no way for them to escape and move away from the conflict. When we're doing these kind of integrations, the worst thing that can happen to her is that they might gang up against her. We have some very complicated characters in this group. If they get upset, it might lead to quite serious injuries.
Alma's trying to keep everything as calm as possible.
Okay, that's not great.
But a fight's breaking out in the neighbouring vervet monkey enclosure. It's the last thing she needs.
The issue is when one starts, it triggers everything. And you see the blue monkeys are responding, Mimi here responding. It upsets everyone in this section because they can hear even these guys, they were responding. It's just not great when they start, everyone else starts, and we're doing an integration, so that makes it more tense.
The noise brings more of Billy's troop to investigate.
I've got Jade here now too, and Lolita walking along the fence.
Jade and Lolita make a beeline for Akela.
For sake. Okay.
They harass her, but there's no escape because alpha male Billy is blocking the exit. As soon as he steps away, Akela makes a dash for it. Alma manages to stop Jade following her. But now Akela's at the mercy of Lolita, Billy, and the rest of the group.
Billy is following Akela and going to your side. They're running around next to Pelek's fence line. Billy's going for it, and Lolita is following too. I'm not really happy with that. Keep an eye on this. That I don't like.
Wherever Akela goes, she's picked on.
So I hear something that's not good.
Akela needs to stand up for herself, or she'll never find a place in this troop.
What's happening there? Is Akela involved?
Billy mounted Akela, and then Akela did not want to be mounted, and then Akela started chasing off Billy.
Oh, okay.
This is a surprise.
Akela's setting her boundaries with Billy. That's good.
Simba is walking up towards your fence line, and she's looking in every direction behind her to watch her back.
Akela is threatening Simba. Whoa, Akela is threatening Simba as Simba is confused. I am super surprised to see this. Akela is going for it. She's way stronger than we maybe thought she was. Whew.
Maybe she won't be lowest rank after all.
Maybe not.
It's taken 2 years and one big gamble, but Akela has finally earned her stripes and become one of the gang.
So there were a couple of moments where I was terrified and I get actually mild heart attacks then. Luckily, that has settled. They have sorted it, and now it's just easing in and giving them more time, and all good. So all the work that we've done has resulted in a positive ending, and Akela will do absolutely fine and be part of Billy's group.
In Voisa, the sedated bull elephant has gone down in thick forest.
Are we a bit close to this tree here?
No trees below us, a couple of bushes back there, but...
Cool, tail right again?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Brad drops Amanda and Mandy as close to the trees as possible. They rush to check on the elephant, while he flies back to pick up the support team.
Brad, I need a ground team and we need to act ASAP.
It's not good. The elephant's fallen directly onto a small tree and is wedged between the branches. Amanda's worried he might not be breathing properly.
The animal has gone down just off the tree line, and yeah, I think he's gone down on a tree, so we just need to remove the axe. Amanda is on ground there.
Damn it. All right, that might have helped.
Despite its awkward position, the elephant does seem to be okay.
He's breathing really nicely. This isn't obstructing. It's right on his head, but it isn't obstructing his breathing.
Now Amanda has around 30 minutes before the anesthetic wears off.
Amanda, you there?
Yeah, get in here.
But getting the collar around the neck of a 4-ton bull isn't going to be a quick job.
You want me to pull? Can I pull? You're gonna have to guide it a little bit. Right, this is gonna need dudes.
Craig Reed heads up the support team. They'll be able to provide the extra muscle Amanda needs.
All right, so we've got the thing. It just needs to be pulled out. This tree, I think, might need to... Sorry, we've got it underneath. It just needs to be pulled over. And then we'll have the collar. This is not on its nose. He's breathing just fine, but we might need to cut it down to get up, but I don't know.
The men clear the worst of the bush and manage to slide the collar under the bull's head.
Nicely together? Yeah. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, pull!
Amanda notices some suspicious-looking marks on the elephant.
Okay, 1, 2.
So this animal has been shot. Yeah, so this is what it looks like. And there was another one like this. All these old abscesses just in a place like this where they are under so much pressure. And it also being on the flank, gunshots are my #1 suspicion.
The shots are likely to have been fired by poachers wanting ivory. Amanda treats the wounds for infection, while the rest of the team still struggles with the tracking collar. They've got to get it on before he wakes up.
I can feel his heartbeat quite a lot, and so he's got a little bit of hypertension, so I'm going to give him a little bit of azapron to kind of try to take a little bit of that off. Craig, I'm going to give him a little bit of azapron. His heart is pounding.
Will you give us some too?
Yep.
Time's running out. The elephant's breathing shows the anesthetic is wearing off.
Okay.
He's getting hot and light. Okay, he's starting to urinate, so we are getting to the end.
We're practically done.
As soon as the collar's on, they'll need to get out of there fast.
So he's leaving now. Thanks.
But there's a big problem.
You need me to take anything?
There isn't enough room in the helicopter for all of them.
The shotgun is in the
chopper. Yep.
Amanda needs to give the elephant an injection to reverse the effects of the drugs. So she'll stay behind with one of the rangers.
Brad? As soon as you get up in the air again, I'm going to reverse him, and then we're going to come out. You're going to go drop these people off at the car, and then you're going to come back and find him before you come and pick us up.
Roger, do you not think it's better for me to try and find him with Craig on board, brother?
We can. Okay, then I'll reverse, and we'll go towards the helicopter now. Is that copacetic?
Affirmative, yep. No problem. How long is it going to take till he gets up, over?
2 minutes.
Roger, we'll stand by.
Or 1 minute. Okay, so as soon as I give it, we all need to go.
When the bull comes round, he's likely to be stressed.
He might come after us, so you have to be ready, okay?
As soon as Amanda injects him, they'll move as quickly as they can to the clearing, where Brad will pick them up.
Come on, Patrick, we're gonna need to hoof it. All right, let's go. Go, go, go. Run. I'm talking running. God damn it. What's going on? We reversed him, Brad. Come on.
Yeah, we're getting up. Getting seatbelt on.
Okay, we're south.
Amanda makes it to the clearing, but the helicopter is still full. All Brad can do is to try to keep the elephant away from them.
Negative, stand by. Alright, he's up.
Okay, we're continuing south. They're sitting on him. Hey, what's up, Brad?
He's moving in a southerly direction, but in the thicket.
Are you following him, or do we need to go in a different direction?
Continue south, madam.
Okay.
An elephant can reach a speed of 15 miles an hour. Amanda's got to keep moving until Brad gives the all clear.
Continue south.
What's up with him? Is he okay?
Everything's fine. He's up and getting him to go north now, over.
Okay.
Their mission has been a success. The bull's fully recovered from the anesthetic and is heading back towards his herd.
When big bulls go down in thick trees, that is not usually very good. This is not what we like. This is not what we planned for. But we can deal with it. And, well, all's well that ends well, so there you go.
It's been 2 months since vervet monkey Cape broke his leg. He's been kept apart from the rest of his troop to recuperate from his operation. Today, Sophie's checking up on him. She's already removed the pins, and it's time to decide whether he's well enough to go back with his group.
When he first broke his leg, it was quite a severe fracture and it was quite a difficult operation to stabilise it, but he looks like he's doing really well. He's moving really nicely, so I'm pleased. It'll just take a while to build that muscle up, and then you hopefully won't be able to tell.
Cape's made an incredible recovery. Now that he has full use of his leg again, he can rejoin his troop, ready for the day when they'll all be set free. It's another triumph for Amanda and her team.
When it comes to animal welfare, it doesn't really matter what species it is. If a hedgehog needs help, then we help it. If an elephant needs help, we help it. So that's why I like working here.
Hey Love Nature fans, be sure to like and subscribe to catch all our wild animal stories. Get closer to nature right here on YouTube.